Well, Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo sat through those proceedings. He joins us live from Rosebank. Juniour, welcome. Thanks very much for coming on. A really difficult afternoon just from watching for Andiswa Mengo.
Indeed, Michelle, a very difficult afternoon for her as well. Continuing from yesterday, tough grilling from the advocate Sikhakane there, who is continuing to try and poke holes in the testimony that she had given. From just what we had listened to, that exchange between herself and Sikhakane, the advocate trying to show that there was not one point where the witness had indicated to the Eastern Cape Chief Judge President, where she had indicated to him that she did not welcome these advances from him, but also trying to paint a picture that the witness herself had been dishonest in some of those occasions. Actually, before the proceedings adjourned, there is a bit of discrepancy when it comes to the witness's statement as well as the testimony that she gave here before the tribunal. On the 27th of June 2021, according to a witness statement, she had indicated there that nothing had happened. There was no exchange between herself as well as the Judge President in the Eastern Cape. But giving testimony here last week, she indicated that there was some message exchanges. So now Advocate Sikhakane was asking her, in which instance did you perjure yourself, basically lying under oath? Was it in the witness statement, or was it before the testimony here at the tribunal? But just to take this a bit back as well, the witness herself had indicated, Michelle, that when she was compiling this affidavit where she lodged a complaint, she did it herself without the assistance of any legal representative. And even here before the tribunal, she is represented pro bono by the Women's Justice League, unlike the Judge President himself, who is represented by 3 senior counsels. So that also might be placed into context, and the tribunal, when they look into whether she was intentionally misleading anyone or it was just an honest mistake, will have to factor that in as they go through this. But also earlier today, Michelle, the advocate also trying to paint a picture that the witness was being dishonest when she spoke about the power dynamics between herself and the Judge President. He even said that the witness herself, as a clerk in the court, in the Makanda High Court in the Eastern Cape, is under the employership of the Chief Justice, not the Judge President in the Eastern Cape. So she should not continuously say that there is this power dynamic. I was fearing for my job, basically, as she had indicated earlier. So the continuation from today, another attempt by the advocate to try and poke holes in all of the testimony that has been given previously by the witness. But also what came to light today, Michelle, was that there are going to be experts that are going to be brought in. One expert is going to be talking about the emojis that were sent between the two individuals, and another expert is going to be talking about some of those images, whether they were indeed sent from the respondent's phone to the witness phone, because there is this dispute that some of these images that were allegedly sent by the respondent cannot be found in the two phones, Michelle.
Yeah, that was a big issue, wasn't it? And one that Sikhakane spent quite a bit of time on. This purported graphic image, which was allegedly sent by the Judge President to Andiswa Mengo, which, according to Sikhakane, cannot be found by experts on the judge's phone or hers.
Indeed, he spent a lot of time on that, saying that this particular image has brought a lot of shame to the judge. It has basically tarnished his reputation. He even dared to say that it has almost threatened to break up his family as well. So this image is at the center, according to Sikhakane, of this case. This is why we are gathered here. But despite the witness having said that she received this image from the respondent, it appears for now that it cannot be found in her phone or the respondent's phone. This is why there are going to be those experts that are going to be brought in to try and testify to this effect. Still not quite sure, though, whether these experts have been brought in by the Judge President himself or they are going to be representing the tribunal, Michelle.
Juniour, we've been covering this story since it began last Monday, and we last week were throwing to the day at which the point at which the Judge President would be taking his turn on the witness stand. It is now Wednesday. We are in the last 3 days of the inquiry. I don't suppose there's any chance of an extension here. Is Friday still the end date, with a postponement probably happening until May?
Indeed, Michelle, I had an opportunity to speak to the evidence leader, and she said that there is a likelihood that the proceedings might actually continue over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday if the cross-examination, as well as those experts that are expected to come in, the Judge President himself was also expected to give testimony. If all of those individuals have not concluded giving their testimony before the tribunal, there is that opportunity that proceedings might continue over the weekend. Should that not be enough, there is still that expectation that provisions have been made for this to continue in May, Michelle.
And Junior, yesterday we were discussing the possibility of this May postponement and what would happen in the interim between January and the resumption of this judicial inquiry in May. What would happen to the jobs of the Secretary of the High Court, Andiso Mengo, and the Judge President?
Confirmation from the evidence leader again that the Judge President actually is on special leave. So he is going to continue on special leave. He is getting his full pay. He does have his security detail even when he is here at the tribunal. We've seen some of those security detail accompanying him into the tribunal. But we do understand that the Secretary is still at work. She has asked for some time off to attend this tribunal. So should there be a break between now and May, she is expected to go back to work at the Eastern Cape High Court in Makhanda, Michelle.